Oh, hold on. The Guilfoyle speech. We're live.
And not too long ago, they
Let's get a better, here we go.
air shelves Biden.
The best
Can't we just quit him? I mean, haven't we
come.
suffered enough? I can't. Honestly. Junior's making me ride my bicycle around town because we can't afford the gas at this point. I mean, come on.
Oof. Oof.
But we can and we will make change in this country. In fact, we must, because there are Americans, hardworking Americans, that are struggling to provide for their families. And not too long ago, they actually had more discretionary spending and choice and cash in their pockets because President Trump said, you know better what to do with your hard-earned money than the tax and spend liberals in Washington, D.C. And now we have illegal aliens crossing the border in possibly the highest numbers that we have ever seen. And you heard the words of the fearless Border Patrol agent as he spoke so eloquently and with emotion and grace about what he has seen at the border, about the sacrifices and the way that this administration, the country, has turned its back on ICE, on Border Patrol agents that are putting it on the line every single day and night. And we stand and we salute them for their courage and their sacrifice to this country.
What is she talking about?
Forget Miley Cyrus. The new wrecking ball is Joe Biden, and just under here, he's already trying to wreck this country. So what do you say if we give Joe Biden a pink slip and get him out of here?
Not a joke.
And take Kamala Harris with you while you're at it.
That's a bunch of malarkey.
And take Pelosi with you while you're at it. And Schumer and AOC and the whole group of them. Get them.
Really inspiring speaker.
And Cheney too. Where's Harriet Hageman? We're gonna get rid of her as well. I love it. Harriet Hageman, great candidate in Wyoming. So Biden and the radical Democrats have managed, and I kid you not, to put America last. It's like very obvious they're playing for the other team with every single decision, all the while trying to destroy President Trump's historic achievements.
Which are what?
That's why we have to take it back. Because President Trump created the best economy our nation has ever seen. He pushed petty politics aside and did what was best for the American people. Remember that? American people. The people in this country. We apologize to no one for putting America first. That's what a true leader does. He stands for each and every one of us. Meanwhile, Joe Biden canceled the Keystone Pipeline, causing oil prices to soar and destroying thousands of American jobs in the process. And shortly after he canceled the Keystone XL pipeline, he served Putin a gift on a silver platter. Here you go, Vlad. He approved Russia's Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Can you believe this? This is what I'm talking about.
Will she mention it's since been canceled due to the invasion? Will she mention it, guys?
Jersey, not the Russia first Jersey, not the China first Jersey, and stop exporting the American dream. Because Joe Biden has fundamentally destroyed this country in record order, and including our border. Because the protectors of our border, our national security, are so important. There's a story that really strikes me, especially with what we've heard today in the panel that Mercedes did. Biden's DHS Secretary Mayorkas recently told our Border Patrol, quote, I know the policies of this administration are not particularly popular with U.S. Customs and Border Protection, but that's the reality. So let's see what we can do within that framework. I mean, can you believe it? Talk about taking a knee. One Border Patrol agent even reportedly turned his back on Mayorkas. That's courage. That's being American and standing up for what you believe in.
Sounds kind of dumb, actually.
Border Patrol agent is a hero for standing up and being fearless for what's right.
Is yet to come.
I want to ask you here today, all patriotic Americans across this country, stand up for what you believe in. Be that Border Patrol agent. Use your First Amendment rights to fight back against the Democrat incompetence that we are seeing throughout the country. Show up. Show up in record numbers to peacefully protest when Democrat officials attempt to destroy the sanctity of the United States Constitution. Show up to school board meetings when they try to indoctrinate our nation's children. Vote in midterm elections this year to put America first, fearless Republicans back in office and in the majority.
That's a bunch of
That is our
malarkey.
first step to success in taking back this great country. Ladies and gentlemen, every election matters, whether we're talking about the school board, mayoral races, and even control of Congress. I encourage, I implore you to run for office yourself. Volunteer for races, and most importantly, vote. It is so important for us to fight back. Woke leftists are working overtime to strip us of our freedoms. Take a look at what's happened on social media in recent years. Almost every big tech platform has banned conservatives and Republicans for their political beliefs.
No, they ban people for disinformation.
Media platform banned President Trump last year. If the sitting president at the time of the United States can be banned on social media, no one is safe.
Well, yeah, the point is anyone can be banned if they break the rules. That seems like a great point to me.
The wrong opinions, or for even promoting the idea of free expression. Just look at what happened to Hong Kong. China cracked down on them and jailed people simply for wanting the ability and the freedom to express their opinion, the freedoms that we enjoy in this country. But unfortunately, our freedoms are now at that same risk, thanks to big tech and to the liberal, woke leftists. What's the difference between being punished in China for having the wrong opinions and big tech companies silencing you for daring to have conservative beliefs? Sadly now, there is no.
Now, of course, no one's been silenced for being conservative. People have been banned when they violate the terms of service of platforms. And it just so happens the vast majority of the inciting of violence and the vast majority of the COVID disinformation is coming from the right.
Side of Silicon Valley. And considering that social media is now the public sphere of discussion in the 21st century, they can completely silence you just like they tried to silence President Trump. Good luck, right? You can't shut him down.
Okay.
We are at real risk for losing our First Amendment rights, and most importantly, our freedom of expression. We do a great disservice to the men and women.
Did that counter say she only had 7 seconds left? Did you guys see that? That was weird.
Rights that they fought for, that families have sacrificed for. That's why we're here at CPAC today, to stand up for what we believe in, for what you believe in your family and your children. We can fight back. You can fight back. Twitter and Facebook aren't the be-all, end-all. That's right. We have other platforms now. We have President Trump's new Truth Social. Sign up, jump over, and enjoy the freedom of expression. We love it. Where free speech lives. President Trump had to fix that too. Good God. We must support freedom-loving alternatives if we want to protect our rights that are ingrained in the Constitution. And we also need our Republican lawmakers to use their power to hold these anti-American big tech companies accountable. No more rhinos. How about some real fighters like President Trump in the Congress and in the Senate, and guess what? Back in the Oval Office. And the same goes for our education system. Are you so tired of public schools indoctrinating young children? I know that I am. And I'm sure many of you had to suffer through it yourselves. Rather than teach our nation's children, our future, the skills they need to succeed in life and in the real world, they are teaching our children critical race theory. They are teaching our children to be ashamed of who they are, what sex they were born, the color of their skin, and making them apologists for history. It is shameful. This type of thing does not happen in President Trump's America.
She's right. My teachers would always tell me I should be really embarrassed that I'm male.
Like Martin Luther King fought for.
Oh,
Think
no.
about that.
Oh, no.
But it gets worse because public schools are teaching our children as young as kindergarten that they can choose their gender at will. They are teaching our children that doctors are wrong and that we are not the gender that we were born with. I find it disturbing what's happening to our nation's children.
Me
As
too.
a mother of a 15-year-old, I speak up I am vocal.
Some of them are being kept home for radical right-wing homeschooling. I feel terrible for a lot of these kids.
For your children and for your family. And the media is complicit for refusing to cover it. I ask you today, most especially, to fight for our children. They are worth it, and they deserve your voice and your strength, and be that example of leadership and courage. But the American people are waking up, and a red wave is coming. Do you all feel it?
Right.
And like I said, when Republicans retake Congress with America First candidates later this year, the first thing they need to do is stop Joe Biden's far left woke agenda dead in its tracks.
The what now, Kimberly?
And as a wise man once said, everything woke turns to... Yep. In Spanish, we say mierda.
Mexico.
He's a genius, that Trump. I love him. Let's stop George Soros-funded DAs and judges across this country.
Yeah.
Don't allow Biden to pass so-called bipartisan legislation where Democrats get everything they want and Republicans get nothing. That's why we need majority leaders and...
Notice that when Republicans are in power and they pass something with like 2 Democrats, they cheer that it's bipartisan. When Democrats are in power and pass something with 2, 6, or 13 Republicans, they go, it's not really bipartisan. Those aren't even real Republicans, they love to say.
Time opportunity to change the course. We are at the point of no return, and it is up to all of you to vote and ensure Republicans witness the biggest landslide in our nation's history later this year. I know it is possible. I believe it is possible. We can feel the tides turning. And in 2022, the American people will retake Congress, and we will retire Nancy Pelosi and take the gavel right out of her hands.
The best is yet to come.
And send her back to San Francisco where she can wreck that some more. Democrats, that we will never allow them no longer to radically transform America in their far left woke image. And as President Trump said, this is just the start. The MAGA movement is alive and well. We will show the Democrats firsthand that elections have consequences when we win a record number of seats in the midterms, and that is just step 1.
Oh, boy.
Step 2 is reclaiming the White House and returning President Trump to the Oval Office.
Oh, God, they're starting with it.
I pray about this.
Pray harder.
And I am confident that if we are lucky to have President Trump make that sacrifice again, that he will defeat Joe Biden for a second time.
I mean, technically, if he won last time, then he's not eligible to run again. You can't win 3 times.
Make America great again. We will fix the economy. We will secure our borders and strengthen our national security. And we will be respected on the world stage.
Is she going to do the line, you think?
We will recreate the jobs that Joe Biden destroyed and much more. If you thought the first 4 years were great, you ain't seen nothing yet. But this change, this movement starts with you, the American people. You must speak up, you must show up, and most importantly, you must vote. In 2016, we saw then candidate Donald Trump defeat Hillary Clinton in the biggest political upset our nation has ever seen.
Until Biden beat Trump.
She wants some more. Come and get it, Hillary. And that was thanks to all of you turning out to vote, making your voices heard. Now it is time to make history. Once again, who's ready for it?
And we will ban men.
Ladies and gentlemen, and patriots and great lovers of liberty and freedom, one request for you today.
Oh, no.
Fight. Fight. Fight for your future, fight for your children, fight for your freedoms, and fight for this country, for America, the greatest nation on earth. You are the most powerful force in this country, and I know that we can overcome the far left woke Democrats that Joe Biden has been enabling and empowering. The silent majority will be silent no more, and together we will make America great again. God bless you, CPAC. God bless America. God bless President Trump.
There she goes. Wow. So there is Kimberly Guilfoyle, the next speaker. Man, this is fun, isn't it? I mean, obviously, this is indicative of extremely serious downfall of society. But what a great day to be with you guys.